In 2022, your generosity and support to AdventHealth left an incredible impact on patients and families throughout Central Florida and furthered our mission of extending the healing ministry of Christ across the globe. This is your generosity at work. Thanks to generous community support and enthusiastic board service, $3.9 million was raised to support specialized oncology programs, cancer research, and patient financial assistance. AdventHealth Cancer Institute also welcomed Dr. Guru Sumpavde, endowed chairholder, the Christopher K. Glantz Chair for Bladder Cancer Research, to lead urologic oncology research and support the clinical research unit at Celebration.
Through your contributions, you have helped advance cardiovascular care by raising over $1.2 million. In the past year, $1.5 million was dedicated to provide virtual care to hundreds of vulnerable heart patients, helping increase access to care with heart monitors and remote monitoring kits. Additionally, $100,000 was raised by Clays for Heart, sponsored by Batts & Cook Construction, for a total of $500,000 over the last 7 years. Proceeds from this event will help renovate a new heart care center for over 4,400 annual chronic heart disease patients. Thank you for generously helping the lives of over 82,000 children and families at AdventHealth with gifts totaling over $8.1 million. One gift we'd like to celebrate is an anonymous $1 million donation for AdventHealth for Children to build a unique, world-class Center of Excellence for the Pediatric Head and Neck Cancer and Craniomaxillofacial Anomalies Program. A program of this caliber for children and young adults does not exist in Florida or the nation to serve approximately 2,000 children who are diagnosed annually with these diseases in the U.S. Additionally, the West Lakes Early Learning Center received multiple gifts in 2022, generating $2.6 million to support 150 students, families, and 1,000 individuals annually. Thank you to the Bainham Family Foundation, PNC Bank Foundation, Primrose Schools Foundation, and David and Judy Jang for investing in children within our community.
Nursing scholarships remain a top priority for AdventHealth University to help tackle the nursing shortage our society is facing today. With a reconnected alumna during the anniversary fundraising campaign, a new endowed nursing scholarship fund was created with a $25,000 gift as well as a new $100,000 donation. Both gifts were matched in an effort to help shape the future doctors, nurses, and clinical staff attending AdventHealth University. Thank you for your contributions to bring in over $700,000 in 2022 for AHU. AdventHealth Sharing Smiles raised over $550,000 to support cleft lip and palate surgeries, dentistry, and rehabilitation to disadvantaged children. For the first time, Sharing Smiles made a dedicated trip to Peru to provide much-needed alveolar bone grafts. In addition, an Orlando-based Bolivia committee was formed to bring sustainable cleft care to Bolivia. Thank you to the Sharing Smiles Board for your commitment in building sustainable programs throughout the world and extending healing and hope.
AdventHealth team members and generous people in our community answered the call for donations in 2022 to assist with urgent needs both national and international. AdventHealth provided an overwhelming amount of relief efforts within our global missions footprints, including $120,000 received to aid in Kentucky flood recovery, $86,000 for the Colorado fires, over $164,000 for the war in Ukraine, and $75,895 for Hurricane Ian in Florida. Thank you for these acts of generosity felt around the globe. Thank you for helping raise $2.4 million to support diabetic and metabolic disease advancements in Central Florida. Metabolic disease researchers and scientists, including Dr. Richard Prattley and Dr. Annika Sue, are conducting world-class research and clinical trials focusing on obesity, diabetes type 1 and 2, and prediabetes. With 337 educational scholarships distributed and innovative research, we're changing lives by helping people manage diabetes and other metabolic diseases.
At AdventHealth Hospice Care, the Robison Fund is there for every person in need of end-of-life care to make sure no one is turned away due to the inability to pay. Similarly, our Children's Bereavement Program provides grief support to children, teens, and their families at no cost. This past year, you provided over $315,000 to help 200 patients receive high-quality, compassionate care. We appreciate your gifts that make care like this possible. This past year, AdventHealth established a transplant patient assistance endowment to help pre- and post-transplant patients financially qualify to receive and preserve life-saving organs. Over 70 economically disadvantaged patients have received assistance since this program began. Physician leaders Dr. Bobby, Dr. Silvestri, Dr. Gerges, and Dr. Joseph Warren are so passionate about this program, they've each made personal gifts to build this endowment. Thank you so much for helping local families seek life-saving transplant care at AdventHealth.
Our employee giving program, Generosity Champions, had another successful year in raising $1.3 million from generous team members. These champions came together in an incredible way to care for 88 local team members in need after the devastation of Hurricane Ian. An additional 462 were awarded support from the Hope Fund. It's beautiful to see our team care for one another, along with giving back to a variety of programs and services within AdventHealth. For the first time in nearly 3 years, calendars were filled with AdventHealth Foundation Central Florida events, which included the AdventHealth Sporting Clay Shoot, Golf Classic, Pink on Parade, and of course, Golden Gala Weekend. Golden Gala 41 alone raised over $1.2 million with 1,000 plus attendees and a special performance by Need to Breathe. Additionally, there were a wide assortment of companies and individuals throughout the community that hosted events for the benefit of AdventHealth. Together, we raised nearly $2.5 million to provide hope and healing.
Your support continues our legacy of generosity, which started in 1908 when we first began serving Central Florida. With your help, we've raised over $21 million in 2022. Thank you for your commitment to extending the healing ministry of Christ in Central Florida and around the world.